Hello everyone and welcome to episode 10 of Pizza Talks. Happy New Year. Here we are. Tina, you can take the lead.
Hello. I'm back and Andrew is back and Kostas is here too, and we are gathered around for episode, very special episode. First of all because it's live, and also because it's the first one of 2021. Let's go.
Yep.
Okay, so what are we going to do today, you may ask? We are going to share some stories and random facts that some other people have sent us. So, should we start? Or
Yes.
should we wait a little bit?
Okay, so
Okay.
we decided to just ask around some people on our stories for like interesting and extraordinary facts. Honestly, Tina got all the answers. Andrew searched some things online because his story failed completely to gather any attention.
I'm sorry, but I don't
I-
know why people didn't want to answer the questions.
I honestly didn't even bother. Oh, and very important, before we move in, do you see this? This is actually a live camera of my pizza. It's episode 10 and we actually
it look
have
so
pizza in this
good?
episode. Tina, show us
Yes,
your
we
pizza.
do. My pizza is nothing compared to yours, but it's still a slice and it's really tasty. It's homemade and it's actually
Yes.
pretty healthy too. So
And I got a pair of AirPods. I
Yeah.
got no pizza whatsoever. So this is what I'll advertise for you.
Okay,
disappointment. No, just kidding.
I'm
So,
really sorry.
starting with all the facts we have available right now. First fact that we got delivered to us, and I think it's very important after this amazing year of 2020. According
You
to
okay? Okay.
Mark KBG,
Underscore.
20
Yeah.
underscore KBG. I'm sorry.
It's
so sorry.
No,
I'm
just
begging
kidding.
you.
2050 is now closer than 1990. Okay, this for all the 90s kids, I think it's more important than me because the years I know are after 1999, and I think the rest of the hosts here, the years they know are after 2000. So
I'm a 2001 personally, so I don't ever know how.
2003.
So 2000 something sounds better for us, but for anyone like older than us, I think that fact is a bit more relevant than we would hope. Now, Paul underscore Mahfood. Am I right,
Food.
Tina? Am I murdering that name? I'm sorry if I'm murdering that name.
No, don't
My
worry. It's
apologies.
Paul underscore Mahfood.
Okay, so vodka is a salad. I think this can start a debate. Okay, do you know what vodka is made
time.
of, Andrew?
Grapes? No.
Okay. Let's categorize some things.
Fine.
Do you know what grapes make?
Wine?
Grapes make wine.
I'm a
Bravo,
drinker,
Andrew.
Good.
Bravo,
I'm a
Andrew. You
drinker,
know
sweetie.
that.
I know what.
10
I
out
know
of
what
10.
10 out
wine
of
is made
10.
out of. What makes vodka? I've never really bothered to search or anything.
Honestly, I don't
Potatoes.
think I know
think.
either. Potatoes.
that there's no chance that's true.
There's
I do not believe for a second.
wait a minute. No. I'm gonna look it up right now. What is vodka made of? Vodka, and our chat.
Alcohol.
Thank
It's
you.
gonna
Please,
be great.
our chat can answer that as well.
It's gonna be grapes.
Vodka is
No, it's
made
not
from
grapes.
using fermented grains like rice, corn, rye, wheat,
What?
and even fruits and molasses.
But no potatoes, so you're wrong as well.
The process requires water, malt meal, and yeast.
I never knew that.
So it's
I've never really bothered to search it.
Where does the alcohol come from? I'm so confused
Where
right
does the
now.
alcohol come from? Like grapes
It's
as well. Like it's kind of a similar process. You can find alcohol in many different things,
Yeah.
or you can make alcohol from many different things. My apologies.
Okay.
Well,
Well, either way, I don't
you
think
don't
it's a
find
salad
it.
though.
I
Like,
mean,
why?
it's not a salad.
Is
No,
it-
technically
it's a salad
it's not
because it's made out of rice and everything. That's why he says it. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
yeah, that's why they
I don't
said
know.
it.
Not
fruits
because
and
of the
everything.
rice, because of yeah.
Like fruits, right? You know, like
Now,
No.
okay, this is from Joe Pieri. Um,
Yes.
Joe,
Okay.
look, it's a personal story, but stories are facts because they did happen. So I will accept
Technically.
that. And I think I will actually invite you, Joe, to say that story sometime on an actual episode here on Pizza Talks, because you've only written 2 lines and I want to hear background and aftermath, because the only thing we have is that I've fallen face flat on a cactus. Laughing
Should have
face.
hurt like hell.
Face first.
The
Face
worst,
first.
the
On a
like the
cactus.
most common thing that has happened to me. When I was at my village, my friends pushed me on like a rose, like a plant.
Yeah.
So like the like what's it called? The come on, like basically I don't know what it's called, but like where roses grow, the plant itself, where it's full of spikes. The spiky plant.
Thorns.
No, not yeah, but like thorns, yeah, but like the plant itself, like I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. I think it has a name. But like, anyways, you guys, I get what that happened. So basically, there was like a small like a small circle, that was almost like a well-looking circle, and like they pushed me in, and I fell on the thorns, and then I had thorns all over my body and places that I'm not supposed to say here.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
So that's what I'm gonna say.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
it's a very similar experience. I share her pain.
Oh my god.
I mean, I would love for Joe to actually come on a podcast and actually talk to us about the
That would
story,
be really
because
nice.
Yes.
I think it might not have too much, but the podcast could be related to dancing, and she could just say that story in the beginning. I think she would enjoy being part of a podcast that's related to dancing. Now, moving on to our next story. Okay.
Did I read that?
I think you have to translate that because I have
Yeah,
no
well, there's
clue.
only 2 words in French, les poulpes, which is basically the plural of octopus. I still don't know if it's octopi or octopuses. Like, I actually
I think it's
searched it.
octopi.
Octopuses.
Octopuses.
I think it's octopuses. Pusses.
An Australian kid here is
Octopuses.
telling you, is giving you the answer. It's octopus.
Yeah, because apparently octopi is false.
Octopi is not false. It's in a different dialect.
Like, wrong. I don't know. Anyway, basically, it's by Maria Ruchota. And she says that octopuses, I'm not going to be able to, anyway, octopuses can throw a punch. They can like punch you on the face. How funny would that be?
How does that
Wait,
work?
no, that would be hurtful because
No,
they
no.
have like ink.
Yeah, but wait, how does
ink is painful.
like
I don't know,
it's a
because since they
tentacle.
have like these, yeah, they do like something like this maybe, and they do like
Isn't more
you know?
more like a slap? Like
maybe.
it doesn't slap you more, like it's like a fluke.
It doesn't. It could be like a slap, but it could be like that, like.
I
and not
doubt
like-
it because they don't quite have bones like in their like so like
Ugh.
they cannot exactly do like a straight line just like that. It's gonna be like a
Yeah, it's
more
gonna be like.
I don't even know what to
Yeah.
I don't even know why we're describing like an octopus is like hitting you. That sounds
Okay,
like,
so-
it's
quite
weird.
fun.
Katie365 said that there's a video on Insta. You can see it. Is it from an octopus hitting a punch? Are you serious? Wait. There's a video on Instagram from an octopus hitting a literal punch. Yes. Okay, can you send a link here on the chat? Go look it up and send a link on the chat so people can actually watch it. That would be
Yeah,
really interesting.
I'm gonna
Please
be
do.
the first to
That
watch
would
it.
be really interesting. Okay, if you came here for quality content, this is not what tonight is gonna be about. Tonight is random stories and facts. Just saying. Okay, the next one, Tina needs to translate completely because I don't understand beep.
A thing.
Wait, is it
From n.sherfine. Serfan.
yes, n.sherfan, yes. Okay, maybe I could read it like in French just in case there are any French viewers. I don't think so, but let's try.
If Dim is in, he might watch it. Dim is one of my friends.
8,6% des Britanniques et 3,7% des Américains ont subi un trouble de stress post-traumatique, which means that 6.6% of British people and 3.7% of Americans have post-traumatic stress disorder. That's actually... That's
What
a
if I
lot,
tell you
isn't
that?
it?
What if I tell you that if I actually knew that, because my topic on 1212, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a course on my college.
Academic writing course.
Yeah. So basically, my topic was like stress in teenagers specifically. So that piece of information, I actually had to like include it in my examples. So it's true. It's true though. Yeah.
It makes sense. Personally, I believe it
Yeah,
makes sense.
it does.
Because
It makes sense. It does
this
make sense.
percentages, okay, for some people who don't know how percentages work, they might seem low, but like 6.6% of the population is a very high percentage for any kind of disorder.
That's true.
But this kind of disorder is related to like tragic events, right? So tragic events that will leave you a mark and will create that disorder. So
I mean, in the U.S., don't we have many not accidents, many cases of people shooting others because apparently guns are illegal there.
Yes, but not even that. If you think that PTSD can be caused from even very small things, even the smaller amount of like psychological pressure or like in-house abuse, and if you think like the abuse cases that you might see are a lot more than you might think, it kind of makes sense that like we have these high percentages. I don't know why in Britain we have more. Like in Britain it's almost double than the US, right? So it's
yes,
it is.
Britain is known for literally the post-traumatic stress caused by family violence, actually.
Also, something that I think we're going to a kind of darker topic.
Different topic.
Darker topic, but like, is it true that like in northern Scandinavian countries there's a very higher percentage of suicide as well?
I think I've heard of that somewhere.
I've heard that as well, but I cannot say anything about it because I haven't really searched it. I've read it on like multiple sites though.
I'm not 100% sure, but like I haven't exactly researched it, but I think it could also potentially relate to like maybe less sun, less time outside, people spending a lot of time in the dark, because also I think if you go further up north you have even less time, like you might have 4 hours of sunlight per day or something. So maybe it can relate to that as well.
Wow.
That can create...
And speaking of that, since we're like on that rather dark topic, I know that most suicides usually happen during Christmas. That's something that has to do, because I mean it's logical if you think about it, because it's people who like feel lonely during the holidays and stuff. But yeah.
That was...
Okay, let's wrap this topic up. Let's wrap this topic up.
Yes, let's because the title of this episode is that 2021 is going to be a good year, and that's a fact, okay? We are not going to let anything
go wrong.
Well, we are not going to let anything more go wrong, let's say.
Okay,
more than it should be.
That was a Tina.exe stopped working moment. Okay, so next story / fact.
Long day.
I Kapranis. A friend had a dream about me. So weird. Okay.
It's that weird or not? Because, it depends which kind of dream.
And it depends on what friend you're talking about.
It depends on what friend you're talking about. So even
what friend and which dream, because like it could be, because like everybody dreams of like people. If you're like in a classroom and you have like many people, it could be just that this person was in your dream. But if it's like an intimate dream,
sexual dream,
it's a whole other story. And it depends which friend, and have you been talking to this friend a lot? Because if you have been talking to this friend a lot, maybe it's just unconsciously. So yeah.
Well, we're at an age where those kind of dreams are pretty
frequent.
Like so it makes sense if you're asking me. It makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, that's very understandable. I mean,
it is understandable.
not the kind of dreams you guys are talking about, but like I've had.
No.
I've
Who
had,
said I was talking about any kind of...
I've had. I've
I
had,
wasn't specifying anything.
I've had dreams about friends of mine really often because like your dreams. Okay. The interesting fact.
There are
Side note. Because I can't be focused on anything when I'm talking. Side note.
Yeah.
Like parenthesis. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can never see a person on a dream that you haven't seen their face before. You can't create a new face in your dream. That's what I've heard. Look it up. I think it's true.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because my dad dreamt of me before I was born.
I don't think that's exactly true. I don't think maybe he didn't dream of your face exactly. Maybe he dreamt of how you might look.
And everyone, next up, we're going to be talking about how demonic existence is, well, real. I'm hoping you're all going to see that. So, let's change that because that creeps me out a bit.
Okay. We can move on.
Yeah, but,
we can move on to the next.
Yeah, but the dream thing, well, you dream basically, it's your unconscious, just like, it's what you think of during the day. So like it's not like you're thinking of this person all day or something. You might have thought of this person for like a second and then you dream of this person. So like, yeah, it depends.
Got the chills.
Okay. Well, moving on to the next one. Andreas Haggis. Whales have feet.
Wait, they do?
I knew that. That's true, yes.
How
and they
exactly?
use them while they're made.
Can someone...
They're like...
Can you
Where?
explain?
Snakes have feet as well.
You said what?
Yeah.
Okay. So...
What has feet?
What I can see here is that scientists have found... Wait, whales' hind feet show up on fossils. Do whales have feet bones? Wait. I think
maybe they have feet bones, but they don't have
bones because in the past they were like...
Yeah, just like we have the bone for the
tail.
For the tail.
For the for the
That was not yeah, okay.
Yes, because what I've realized is that they basically grew from like land creatures to sea creatures, and that's why they have to breathe. And that was their evolution cycle. But if there's a whale species that has some extension that's used to be feet,
but extensions like this. This
is the T-Rex.
Oh my god, yeah, they have like tiny. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I mean,
what I said about snakes is true. You can look it up. You can see that they actually have feet. They're not exactly feet. They're like huge like claws in a way, but they're considered feet.
Yes.
No, claws in the back of their tail. So I'm telling you, they're considered feet.
Okay, so the next one, we need our translator again. It's from Ryan.
Okay, Ryan.Atier. Okay, so I'm gonna read it in French again. We never know. I hope there are any I hope we have like a broad public. I mean, viewers like from all over the countries. Oh yeah, little update. How many?
Right now we have
right now?
6 viewers. 6 viewers right
it's
now.
Good.
It's something. Thank you all.
Pretty good.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Okay, so he says, cet été, un mec était en crush sur moi, mais j'ai pécho sa meilleure amie. Basically, that means last summer a dude was crushing on me, but I hooked up with his best friend, which like his best friend is a girl, and he's a guy. So yeah, a random story from Ryan.
I mean,
it would have been more interesting if he was hooking up with a male friend.
I mean,
it's a similar kind of situation depending on the side of the sexual orientation side you're involved. I mean,
okay, should I?
Tina is very silent.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing more to analyze for this story. I mean, I've seen this happen many times.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, for example, wait, should I? You know what? I'm gonna keep that story for the end. This way, the viewers will stay and they'll hear the similar kind of story that I've had.
Can you like give a clue for people to like think
Okay,
about?
it's a
She did,
similar
she did.
situation.
She said it's a similar
It's
story.
a similar
That's a clue.
situation, and stay tuned
For
some
more.
tea.
Stay
No, just
tuned
kidding.
for more.
Well, yeah, not tea, but for more. Like,
Tea,
stay
not
here.
tea.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
tea. Nah.
Oh boy.
Speaking of puns, you know that, like, for example, like in usernames, or when we had to choose usernames, like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I used to choose like titanium sodium, because you know, like, it's titanium is TI and sodium is Na, and I love this, like, you know, the elements,
You just burned the last
Physics,
brain cells I had in my
chemistry.
head.
Okay, I just felt the big brain moment.
Why? Why?
Big brain. Oh boy.
For all
My
those
brain
science
cells are gone.
lovers, they will appreciate this one.
Okay, now from
I'm studying biomedical sciences. I was.
Victoria.ch_. I think that's a double
Victoria.
underscore.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's single or a double one. Yeah. There is a
Double.
snake island. Yes, there is.
I know that. Yes.
There are
is. And
many
that
snake islands in many different
No, no, no.
languages.
No. She means like a specific snake island that is considered the snake island by the continents or the countries. It's literally named the Snake Island.
No, I know, but like there's in Greece, we have like a snake island somewhere. I remember visiting, and
Like
there was
an
a
island
small
full of
island.
snakes?
It's called Snake
Yeah.
Island, and also
Oh.
okay.
There's a Monkey Island, a Rat Island, and the
What?
Bunny Island.
Really? The Bunny
There's
Island?
also
There's
Bunny
an
Island.
Easter Island, I think.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, there is.
oh, that's the one with the thing is right.
Rocks.
The-
Yeah, with the rocks.
the big
With
rocks
faces,
with the
rocks,
faces.
Things.
That's
Oh.
the Easter
With
Island.
the faces, right? Yeah.
With the face rocks.
Sure.
Um,
Just stole my ability.
random fact again. Since we're talking about facts, another random fact.
Yeah.
There's one island called Snake Island in the game Sea of Thieves as well. I'm playing a lot with a friend of mine, Nicolas. He was in the previous episode. Nicolas, who was on episode 9 right before the new year. I'm playing with him a lot of Sea of Thieves. There's Snake Island there as well, kind of an interesting part of the story. We'll leave that for another episode if anyone is interested in this whole kind of thing.
Like a video game or something?
Yeah, it's a video game. Now, let's move on to the next interesting fact / story. Where is it? I can't find it. Okay, here it is. Now, Dana. What's that? How do I spell that?
I'll go. Okay.
Kanda.
Kandah. I'm sorry if I. Kandah.
Kanda.
I think.
Okay.
You
Kanda.
trying is the most adorable
Or
thing.
Kandah.
Snowflake.
No, it's h or h. It's an Arabic letter.
Okay.
H or h. It
Huh.
depends. Okay. Andrew's just like,
So.
No, like I know a tiny Arabic group because my uncle lives in Qatar.
really?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's another interesting fact. There goes the fact. There goes all the facts.
Like tiny.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
You know,
what
like
was the actual
something.
fact? Snowflakes always have 6 sides. Yes.
I knew
Really?
that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
that's
what do you mean
amazing.
six sides? Like
Like a
Six-
star.
Sides?
A star,
6 sides.
But
Like if you look really closely to the snowflake, it always has 6 sides. 1, 2,
like
3, 4,
2
5, 6.
here and 2
Nice.
here.
it's nice to find some like I forgot the word. Not perfection.
It is perfection in a way.
Symmetry.
Some symmetry,
Symmetry.
yes. Some symmetry in nature.
Symmetry. How
I
did you
just called it
pronounce it?
symmetry. Did I just call it
Symmetry.
symmetry?
You
called
Oh
it
my
symmetry.
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
Oh my god.
My,
I'm so sorry, man.
my England is very best.
Oh my god. I was thinking of another word and I just like said the I instead. I'm like, oh. So,
Anyway,
Okay.
I think it's a pretty interesting fact. I don't think there's a lot more to talk about it, other than it makes sense because like the whole process of creating snow is very crystallization is very delicate
yes.
in the
I
clouds.
think. Yeah.
You literally have to have no wind at all, from what I know, in order to create snow, and in order to create those snow crystals. Anyway, pretty interesting. I like the. Okay, so
Pretty interesting, yeah.
next fact. Wadi 9105.
Wadia.
Wadi. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Just,
I don't know how to spell anything. It is impossible to hum while you close your nose. No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
No,
you can't.
you
Block the
You
sound
can't
completely.
because the sound needs air. It needs material to
It
vibrate.
needs a way to get out. So if you close this,
I haven't been doing like I haven't been trying to practice my vocals for no reason. Wait.
it gets out. You need to block it completely. Just do this. Just do this. You can't. You can't.
Oh my God,
You can't.
This is just.
It happens for like a tiny bit.
Well, yeah, the tiny is like.
Oh,
what's left from
Nancy's
before.
here. Nancy Samaka. Welcome, Nancy.
Nancy, a tiny
Hey,
bean,
Nancy,
isn't
what's
it?
Here's his Nancy. You're all looking really sharp tonight, fellow Videography Club members. Thank you, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
We're
very
right
much.
now-
So sweet.
We're right now trying to hum with our nose closed, and it isn't possible, and Andrew is trying to make something physically
not possible,
impossible
yeah.
possible.
That's the kind of person I am. Thank you very much.
Now,
Yeah, the
moving
word
on.
impossible says it itself. It says, I'm, impossible it's I'm possible.
Possible, precisely.
The word impossible has
Yes,
I'm possible
true,
in
I'm
it.
sorry.
You had a moment of blank.
He got like. Hello.
Next fact. I'm gonna let Tina pronounce that name because I'm gonna murder every single one of those three different names.
Wait, which one?
From the cigarette lighter was invented before the matchstick.
Oh, yes. Jihan Najar Bezirjian.
Okay.
So
So-
would have literally
Yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies. Yes, hi Nancy. Nancy says hi to every single one of us.
Hey.
The cigarette lighter was invented before the matchstick. I mean, is that true? Let me Google that.
Do Google that. In the
okay.
meantime, little water break. Stay hydrated, kids. Especially now that we have, the entire health situation, is going on.
Fascinating.
Oh,
Hello
Nancy.
there.
Nancy. Okay, we have a random guest right here.
Hey, oh my god.
I popped in to say hi.
Nancy popped in to say hi.
Hi.
So, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Right here we have that the friction match was invented in 1826 when was the lighter invented? The lighter was invented in 1823. So it was
That's
invented
really-
3 years before the
3
cigarette
years
match.
before.
I mean, it wasn't that much more, but
Still.
like pretty interesting
Yeah.
fact. Pretty interesting fact. I find
A
it to be a pretty
cigarette is
interesting
made
fact.
out of a cigarette. Did you say cigarette?
Yes.
No, a match.
Cigarette lighter.
No, but you compared a match with a cigarette lighter, right?
Yes. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right,
My
so,
roommate also just popped in. Yes.
Anyway,
So, like-
Nancy, we're gonna have to continue. So nice to see you.
Sis.
Okay, she's muted, so we're good.
Very pleasant surprise.
Very pleasant surprise, yeah. Moving on to the next.
Happy to
fact.
be here. Bye, guys.
Bye, Nancy. Bye, Nancy.
Bye.
We had a surprise guest, everyone.
Kostas is gonna murder you after this.
No, it's fine. So, from the same person that I'm not gonna try to pronounce, I vomited pink vomit in a helicopter above Beverly Hills.
Many
Tina-
things going
Tina-
on in
Tina-
this message.
Tina,
This awkward silence says it all. I don't think we have to comment on anything.
Tina, is that your friend?
I asked, it's my aunt.
It's your
I
aunt.
asked
Is she
for a
okay?
weird aunt, not
No,
uncle.
no. Is she?
Did you say he or
is
she?
Is she
Is
okay
I
now?
said she.
Yeah, no.
Like, is she healthy?
Yes, of course.
If you want, I
Like-
would be very interested for you to like bring her in an episode just to talk about this story, Like I literally have this as the title of the episode and just talk about the story. It would be a very
Ink
interesting
vomit.
one,
Be
I'm
fun.
sure. Okay,
I'm trying
and
so hard.
That
to
would
process
actually
this.
be fun.
yes. Now, the next one, I can actually pronounce Gustavo _ Papafritas, and it's
Not his actual name, by the way.
yeah, okay. I'm not. I'm. This is his internet name. Don't.
Yeah,
check
no,
his internet
don't
name.
worry. We're saying like the yeah.
It's a 3-message story. Now, it's not very grammatically correct, but I'm gonna try to like.
Yeah, he probably didn't have enough space. in each
I'm
one,
gonna
but-
try to like correct some of the small mistakes so people can understand it. So, well done historians speculate that in Viking times, before steel was invented, as a part of a ritual, they used to throw human and animal bones in the molten iron used for their swords. The carbon from the bones would then mix with the iron, thus creating a primitive form of steel.
Imagine having like
Holding
swords
bones.
made from like your ancestors,
So like,
That
You'd
would
be like, oh, yeah,
disgusting and cool.
so you're.
Weirdly
Oh my
enough.
god! Do you know like the myths that like some myths that like katanas that used to have like the souls of their enemies into them? So imagine,
From a video game.
no. There's actually a
have
myth.
the bones
There's
of-
actually a myth about it, and there's myth even from like ancient Asia and ancient times in many different places about swords having souls in them. So
Okay.
it's not only from a video game, it's from many different like stories and myths, and now it technically makes sense because like if they used to like throw a mixture of like bones and what else was it from like human and animal
Yeah,
bones,
bones.
then technically you could say that their souls were in the sword and the weapon itself. Nancy said human steel.
I think a
Wow.
lot of viewers are going to relate to my reaction, which was very simple and very like, hello.
Basically, what? What? Okay,
Like, hello.
so
Yes.
the next fact is the following, and it's also a multiple message
It's
fact.
actually the last fact, I think.
It's the last fact. Okay,
Yeah.
very interesting from XOXZESXO. Very easy to pronounce. Thank you.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
dolphins would save you if you were to ever experience a mishap in the ocean because they know what drowning feels like. Hehe. Also,
That's true.
they
Very
would
true.
hear you struggle under the water if you tried yelling, something that has to do with the frequencies emitted being close to their own sounds. Basically,
I
we
didn't
can
know the last
communicate
thing.
with them, all in caps.
That last, yeah.
Basically, we
It's
can
actually so
communicate
cool.
with the dolphins.
We can, you know that dolphins
Oh,
have, do you know that, wait, us humans, technically, we use 10% of our brain power / capacity.
Yeah.
That's
No.
not true.
Dolphins-
you guys
That's
know
not
it's
true.
I think
That's
it
not
does.
true. That's
Or did
a-
I just see that in a movie?
Yeah, you saw that in a movie.
Yes, Lucy.
There are
Lucy.
many
But
movies
yes.
about that's
But
100%
dolphins,
a myth.
they use like 20%. Like dolphins, I think they're like the smartest animal or something.
Okay,
It
So
is.
like they're really smart.
so
Let me tell you what the case is. Like, because I've been studying biomedical science about like biology things, I know these things. So basically, we use 100% of our, if not 100%, 90% of our brain capacity. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's true that a part of our brain is inactive. But dolphins use exactly the same amount of their brain, but their brain is more enhanced than ours, which is why they have a sixth. What's the word I'm
Okay.
looking for? A sixth.
Sense.
Yes. thank
okay,
you.
so and
I don't think. Yeah, sixth sense is more like
the
when
sixth
you can,
sense
like,
they
feel
have is the
something.
sonar.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They have a sonar. They have a different capability. It's not their brain. It's a different part of their body that allows them to have this sense. And they
No,
communicate
it's
through
also a
sonar.
matter of how. It's also a matter of how enhanced their brain is.
Okay,
Basically.
okay, logical. I can understand that. Also, what I
Either
think.
way-
Okay, so our brain has to be 100% active because like it doesn't make sense for something to not exist in there. But
Yeah.
the only
in a way.
Yeah,
the
true.
only
Anyway.
the only way that this 10% would make sense for me would be that we have reached only the 10% of potential that the human brain would have.
That's what I kind of.
There's a
That's what I
different.
saw in the movie. I didn't even see the
There's
movie,
a
Lucy. I saw
difference-
the
The,
trailer.
the movie explained it in a different way. The movie said that we only use our 10%. We don't have they didn't talk about potential necessarily. They talked
Yes.
about usage. So like
Yes.
that's wrong. That's
Yeah.
wrong.
So
the
like
potential part is true.
I guess if there's infinite potential, then you're using a very small amount of your brain, but that's a completely philosophical and theoretical side of things. And of course, philosophy and medical sciences, of course, class into one big ball of like theories. So you can't exactly.
death.
Yeah, theories
Yeah.
and death. So you can't exactly understand what's going on. Now, because we don't have any other facts left, also, before that, welcome Chris
Maybe we could
Georgakis to
share
the stream.
some of our facts if we have something.
Yes. While we share our facts, people in the chat, you're welcome to share your facts as well, so we can discuss them. I'll give you
How
some
many
time.
viewers do we have now?
That would be fun.
We have 7 viewers in total and a total of 20 playbacks. So 20 people have been on this podcast right now.
Hey.
And current 7 viewers. Now, Tina,
Nice.
you were about to say a story before, but you said you were going to keep it for the end of the stream.
Yeah. Before that, I wanted to say a tiny little animal fact that really I laughed so hard when I saw it. Just check real quick, Costa. Go search
I'm searching.
squirrel landing pose.
Landing pose. Okay.
Yeah. And go to images.
It's the superhero pose!
How funny is that? How cool is that? That is like the dopest thing. I know, right? They
Wait,
land
wait.
like this, like
I need to bring
they
this.
fly
I
like
need to
this?
bring this in the stream. Wait,
Yes,
wait.
please,
Let me
Yo,
bring this
please
in the
do.
stream.
Come
People,
take me away from that. I
people,
don't know what they're saying.
squirrels.
people, if you're having a long, hard Monday, there is no way you're not gonna laugh
Okay,
at
okay.
this.
I'm gonna keep this in the stream until the end.
Yeah, it's just so cute and funny.
Squirrels have a superhero landing pose. Oh my god.
It's so cute.
This is amazing. I love that. Okay. Oh, hi Fedra. Thank you for joining in. This is close to the end of the
Fedra,
stream, but thank
hey.
you again. Evangelia shared something. Some say that the brain is a muscle, so depending on our needs and wants, it changes. Andrew,
No, it doesn't-
you're
it
studying
doesn't.
biology.
Like, I'll tell you what, it doesn't change, but different parts of it are in a way wake up. Let's say different parts of it wake up, and they work more or less depending on what you're thinking or what you want.
Okay.
That makes
And also,
sense.
like these parts, they can be like molded. For example, like for example, let's say that a person becomes blind. Before they were blind, they used to like maybe use their 5 senses in about like the same quantity. But then, when they go blind, they start to like hear more closely and
Their other
use
senses
their
get
other
enhanced.
senses. Or for example, when you learn to read, there's that part that like grows in your the active part, the surface of the brain. It changes. It can adapt to what you
think of-
practice, or when you practice piano, for example, or when you do a specific movement repetitively for like
That's muscle
I don't know, a
memory.
month.
That's muscle memory.
Yeah.
Your brain.
Think
Okay,
of
so
it-
what happens? Andrew, can I say something and you
Yeah,
you can
by
comment
all-
on
by
that?
all
Okay,
means.
so
By all
my idea is that like, okay, so computers, everything is stored in 0 and 1s, right? So before you store anything, everything is 0. So you have like the storage exists, like I'm gonna do a comparison now and let's see if it kind of makes sense. So the storage exists, our brain is there, like the storage in our brain is there, it's 100% there, but parts of it are rewritten in different ways. So instead of being zeros, they become code. And that code is basically whatever we learn is like writing code on our brain. So I'm making some comparison.
I love how this conversation
Interesting.
turned into like a very
So-
philosophical one.
So muscle memory is
Actually,
you do things so
yeah.
many times that the part of your brain that controls that muscle learns this movement and keeps it movement stored. So I guess that's the idea of it. Andrew,
I like the technical analogy.
Andrew, what do you have to say to that?
No, I just wanted to say, like, think of it as a like think of the fact that your brain wants to do a lot of things at the same time, right? So he has to work harder. So you can like relate it to how the heart works when you, for example, you're working out or when you run. So your stamina drops, but for you to continue running, your heart works harder and harder in order to pump more blood to your veins and your organs, and everything, in order to keep running, right? So it works harder, just like the brain. Whenever you need something extra, love of Argentina. Whenever she works, like you're thinking of something extra, it works harder. Go eat. Because I have 2 more facts I would like to mention before
Can I like point something on that?
Yeah,
Because
of
that's
course.
a very interesting
Of course.
discussion, and I like where we're going. You know that, like, okay, working hard. So many people say they can multitask, right? So what is
Yes.
multitasking technically? You can never do 2 activities at once. Your brain can only do one thing per time, right? So whenever you do something, you have to stop and focus on the other thing, and it switches between the things very fast.
You train your brain to do multitask,
But
You
it
don't-
doesn't.
You're not born to do it.
But you can't.
It does.
You can't technically multitask because you can't. In any processing unit, you can't do more tasks than one. You just switch quickly between the 2 tasks.
Yeah, but let's say you're
There
listening
are
to
some-
someone talking,
Yes.
and you're listening to them,
Yes.
but you're also writing something or doing something, like you're
what
listening
your
to
brain
someone,
is doing is it's
but
switching.
you're doing something manually.
It's switching very quickly
In between the
I
two
like
in between
very
the 2 facts.
quickly, like
Okay,
like
let me give you an example.
second.
I'm gonna go
milliseconds.
to programming again. Do you know that your computer cannot multitask either? Your computer
I did
only
not know
does
that.
your computer only does 1 task per time. Only 1 task.
Really?
Yes, it just moves in less than milliseconds between every task. So your central processing unit, your CPU, just switches very, 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 very quickly between the different tasks.
Wait, so for
Not know
example,
that.
when a computer plays music, is that considered a task?
If it's already playing, it has the playback playing. But no, let's not consider playing music as a task by itself. You need to move very much smaller into coding and 0 and 1s. That's the tasks. Don't think of the interface.
I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this because it's obviously it's possible, for example, to type, let's say, something down on a computer and at the same time
Yes.
listen to, like, for example, music. So like, aren't these considered 2 different?
You can't. These are very large tasks. If you look at the scale of things, you need to look very closely to the small things. So
All right. Okay.
these are just visuals in front of you. You can everything for a computer is 0 and 1s, and it's translated to
Okay.
you. It's translated to you into something else. So into something visual. What you see visually that is provided in your screens isn't what's happening in the CPU. In the CPU, there are many things happening. This is happening also in your RAM. Let's not go too much technical, but the interesting fact is that your computer as well can only do 1 task per time and switches very quickly between every task. That's
All right.
the whole idea.
So what I wanted to say is 2 things. So first of all, so let me read these because I don't exactly know them by heart, obviously. So for those of you who don't know, your body has 206 bones, right? So each foot has 26 bones. So both of them together have 52 bones. So more than 25% of the bones in your body exist in your feet. And that's how scientists found out that human beings are capable of outrunning any other animal when it comes to an endurance race. race.
Through the bones in our
Interesting.
feet.
Yes, because we like think of it. A human body, you know how a human body is, right?
Mhm.
Obviously. So like, you have 206 feet. Bones. Something is wrong with my vocabulary.
You have two. Okay, we
Hello?
have 206 feet, the most feet in any animal.
So like 206 bones. So like 52 of them are like part of your feet alone, right? So isn't that like that's more than 25%?
Yes, I guess it is.
No other animal has such a high percentage of bones gathered in their legs.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
And lastly, so this is kind of like weird in a way that's gonna freak out some people. Who here hates spiders? I don't know, like whoever hates them, please like type down in the
Me.
comments.
Oh boy,
Alright, so
that's gonna be an
this fact
issue.
about
But
spiders.
it's okay. I mean, as long as I don't see a picture of a huge spider in front of me, I'm good.
Okay,
no,
we're good
no,
then.
but
We're
you're gonna
good.
hear something funny. What people did in Rome and in ancient Greece is that they were using spider webs to make bandages for their patients. So, because like some people say that, for example, like spider webs have some sort of natural antiseptic and antifungal like properties. Let's say like that it helps with healing basically.
Mhm.
So they would put it the webs around their wounds, and some people said that like if you have a problem and you're out of bandages, what you should do is you should go to your attic, grab some webs, and like wrap it around your feet. Like
Okay, I am
I
not
don't
doing
want
that.
exactly.
I
Like
would never do
yes,
that.
that's
I always have like
bottom line. That's
bandages.
that.
In
Bottom
fact, I
line,
have
that's
Star
that.
Wars bandages right now because I'm such a Star Wars nerd.
I am a major Star Wars nerd.
Geek, more like.
I
No.
guess.
Oh, by
the
you-
way,
I guess
speaking
you
of
could move
nerd.
geek.
2 days ago, it was International Nerd Day, apparently.
That's a thing.
Okay, yeah, it was.
If you think that's, I have a little booklet with every day like 3 or 4 or 5 national days. Like yesterday was National Bittersweet Chocolate Day. For example, I
we
remember
have
that.
everything. Yes, at this point, everything exists.
Speaking of
Although-
facts and stuff.
Now that we're
Yeah.
reaching the almost the 1 hour mark. I think
Good.
we've covered
close up.
we've covered like enough for now at least. So I would like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching, and our last 5 viewers,
yes.
all the 24 people that joined in the What's the Live, and to everyone who's watching this afterwards, because this is gonna be available to watch on YouTube as a special episode.
And
Yes, Tina.
and
We would love it
to
if
the
you could leave a
people.
comment.
Oh. Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
go,
go
go,
on,
go,
go
go,
on,
go.
go on. No, go.
We would love it if you could leave a comment down below to tell us about like what you liked about what was discussed. If you guys want us to like talk about something else, like horror
Hit that
stories,
like button.
horror stories, please.
Yes. And a minor change, the podcast will now be uploaded weekly, not at 2:30 p.m. GMT plus 2, but at 8 p.m. GMT plus 2. We think this is a better time for everyone to be able to tune in and watch them and watch the premiere. They're available like on our channel always, but like I think that is a better time for people to tune in and watch. So thank you for watching. This has been Kostas Karathanasis.
Story.
Tina, we couldn't hear you.
I couldn't hear a thing.
Wait, really?
Yes,
Now can you
now
hear
we
me?
can hear you. Okay,
can
so
hear you. That
let's
was
go again.
weird.
This has been Kostas Karathanasis.
I was just saying I haven't said the little story that I promised the viewers to say. I gotta
Okay.
keep the integrity.
Rewind.
And it's nothing big.
Rewind 30 seconds and have Tina tell the
know?
story. Tina. go on.
Okay. So the tiny story. Wait, what was it again? Oh, yeah. The story that has to do sort of with this situation. Basically, that's gonna be a tiny personal, I guess. Like 2 years ago, I think, I was like flirting-ish with a guy, and like a couple of
Ooh.
months later, I was still
Yeah.
kind of interested in him, and I you know what? I'll just say it real quick. I was texting his best friend like a lot and asking him like, "Do you think he's interested in me?" and blah 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 blah. And 2 months later, I got with his best friend. So that's how I start. Like I started, yeah. So it reminded me of that. Like
That
that's how
sounded like something I would do. But
I
would
think
probably get
many
with
of
both
us.
them.
I think many of us have ended up in kind of a
Yeah,
similar situation.
that would be a really
Yeah.
good like plot for a romantic comedy. I'm a big fan of all these. Like even if these movies, these cheesy movies, I'm a big fan of them.
Same. I'm a
So-
helpless romantic.
Yay!
Anyway,
So let's
So-
let's sum up.
for wind. back to the ending.
Wait, forewind?
Rewind, forwind, forward.
There should be
Huh?
a word for that, right?
This is a new word. I created it for this episode. I can type it down in some kind of dictionary. So
No.
The quote book. I'm gonna include it in my quote book.
perfect. This has been Kostas Karathanasis.
Girl.
Tina,
And
I was waiting for you.
And Andreas Manolis. And thank you all.
And this is trying to find the outro, and this is a wrap.
Pizza slice because we had pizza.
All of it.